We're back. We were just talking about the efficacy of arrowroot and how it can be used with bacon and duck fat.
Seems
So
legit.
the crew is in the middle of discussions as to whether to lessen their cargo space in order to free up free mass, in order to use that mass to convert into power, in order to mount new objects onto the ship.
Look, the thing is,
It's
if we
complicated.
we
And
get
Kelso,
rid
by
of
the
a-
way, thank you for subbing.
we get rid of a couple units of
Anytime.
storage space. We free up some power. We get a workshop on board, and then when things go wrong, we can actually work on them. Yeah, and we get some spare.
Your
parts
workshop
as
lets
well.
you mod weapons.
Well, we
Lets
need
me
spare
do
parts.
lets me do my stuff. Yeah,
Right?
we do
Last
need
time
spare
we were
parts too.
Nearly screwed because we didn't have spare parts.
Okay. If you
How much
want to
are
buy
those?
spare parts, you just spend money as to how much you want to carry, and then when something happens that you need to repair, you can be like, "I want to repair the sand thrower," and I'll say, "Repairing the sand thrower costs this much. You have this much spare parts, so yes or no."
All right. Well, like 10 should be good, right? It's not going to cost 3 or 4 to repair
10 what?
something. 10 units, right?
I mean, it's not a units. You just say, "I'm going to
Oh.
put $10,000 worth of spare parts in." Yep.
Oh, you just do it.
You literally just name a monetary cost.
Because it's not like our it's not part of the cargo we're hauling. It's for our
Yes.
personal use.
Yep.
So the rules are different.
All right. Well, how much cash do we have left in our? Well, let's see.
Each
here.
of you has 1 million, and
Yeah, I know,
some
but
odd.
we have a small pot that we've been.
I would suggest maybe each of us drop in like another 100,000.
Yeah, let's just do that. So put another. I'm gonna drop down to.
Oh, for ship improvements and the like.
drop
Yeah,
down
for just having raw spare parts.
800.
Oh, you want to do like $300,000 worth of spare parts?
Yeah.
No, just.
You
we're
want to
not
do
gonna-
almost the entire cost of the ship in spare parts?
Just buy a
Because
whole
you
second
know
ship.
we're gonna need to use it. We're gonna roll shitty when you patch the ship.
Just to be clear, the price of the ship is 775,000. So,
And we don't have to pay it off anymore.
that's. I mean, your plan is to return home, and you're gonna have some unpaid bills with interest.
Yeah, I don't know how quickly or this home. I'm hoping that there'll be some.
Look, it's gonna
I mean,
be
there
like
was-
the last
there was-
episode of Swan Song, where Higgs tries to list himself as captain, and in the end, Adam is like, "No, you owe 132 billion credits," and it's still owned by this guy named Victor.
I'm pretty. I'm just
What's the
hoping
name
that
of Steven's character?
there's a lot of
Kovacs,
war-
Dr.
Kovacs?
Victor Kovacs.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
war and strife back there. I mean, whoever we owe money to might be dead by the time we get back. It's fine.
Tiny Little Dragon's talking about Ship of Theseus. You're already flying in a Ship of Theseus. The only original part is the black box on the drill drive.
Okay, so dropping two slots of storage doesn't. We don't like sell.
If you
that
drop
off.
2 slots of storage, you will drop to 120 cargo units, and
Okay,
you'll
so we
pick
need-
up 2 free mass, and you can turn one of those masses into 2 power, and then you'll have 2 power and 1 mass.
Yep.
All right,
All right,
that's going to
so-
take a whole extra day to perform, and
Right,
it's going to
Yep.
cost you 10% of the hull costs. It's actually going to take a whole week to finish all of your maintenance then, and it's going to cost you 75,000 credits
That's not even
Okay.
all of it.
on top of what you were already paying.
Oh, that's what the mod cost.
Yep.
So 75,000.
The mod cost is 75,000 credits.
Okay.
And then you'll need to pay for the
Mods.
workshop to get put in, which will cost even more.
Which is just 500 credits.
Are you
Are
sure it's
you
only
paying that out
500?
of your?
No, the workshop says 500 unless it's a frigate or higher. Then it's
It is a frigate.
10 times that.
Your
okay,
ship is
so
a
it's
frigate. It's 5,000.
5,000.
Okay, so you'll have 1
Are
free
you paying that out
power.
of your personal, or are we paying that off the ship?
I'll pay that out of my personal.
Okay, I paid for the mods to the ship out of the.
Okay.
You have
ship's
1 free
console.
power, 1/2 of a free mass.
next to the workshop, I'm also going to put in a ship's locker. It costs 0 mass and 0 power. It costs 20,000 credits.
Okay, that's going to extend it out another day.
It's basically just general equipment for the crew.
What is that called?
Ship's locker.
Ship's locker is if you want to say you have a vac suit, you can just run over and grab a vac suit.
Gotcha. And you said
basically
was
an
it
area for
25?
everyone. It's 20. I'm paying for it.
Oh, you're gonna pay for it too?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure.
So
puts it on
that's
our, like what our ship has sheet.
I'm about to go alter it.
Okay, so we're gonna spend some time here in system.
I would like to sample some local cuisine while
While
we're here
we're
on the
going
space
around
station.
the mall in the space station, and we're like going to all the like falafel wraps places and stuff.
It's all just nutrient paste in a falafel.
Damn, it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be.
yeah, the falafel is made from nutrient paste.
Yeah, it's just like solidified.
It's just like a flubby
dried
jelly.
It's got a nice kind of squish to it, I guess. I will also be
very satisfying mouthfeel. I agree.
Is this place overrun with?
You've added a workshop and you've added a ship's locker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Or new ship sheet. It should be accurate, although the sand thrower shouldn't be strike through, but I can't strike through it despite my best efforts. The local cuisine on Soat is nutrient based. Of
But
the
what do
exact
people
same
do
type
to-
as now has flooded onto your ship. You can, however, order dishes from the other planets in system
Get them shot over.
and get them delivered in 24 hours or less.
Okay, well we have days.
Definitely doing that. A montage of that.
You can
we
get.
have like a menu, and we plan out the whole like 5 days.
Yes.
Meals, right? Like we're like,
And they arrive fresh each day, like so that we get it like within an hour of it landing on the space station.
yeah, we have staggered meals ordered up for like the whole week. We're just gonna be gorging ourselves. But I want to figure out if like psychics are common or less common or the same common around here. Do I see anyone with like psychic powers?
All right, so when you begin searching for psychics on Space Google, you immediately get an advertisement in the lower right-hand corner for something called the Circle of Zenma. It's like a video ad that's playing, but the sound is disabled until you click on it.
The sound, yeah.
Okay. It's a non-threatening white male. He's tall. He's wearing like 1800s American clothing, like a dress shirt with a vest and then a coat over it.
Oh, well, that's
he's got a beard. He's walking towards the camera like this, and he's like, "Friend, it looks like you're searching for psychics. Hello, we are the Circle of Zenma." And then it goes from like walking through black space to like a grassy hill, and like a multicultural, multi-denominational group of gathered minorities begin coming around him and walking with him towards the camera, and he's like, "We here at the Circle of Zenma are the only psychic academy in the system. Do you or someone you know suffer from MES? We will provide you with the medicine and training you need free of cost. Our job placement rates are 100% post-graduation. Are you looking to join up? Don't worry, we'll find you soon. We accept you for who you are, and we love you for it. Not looking to learn from wilders, burnouts, or schizophrenics? The Circle at Zenma is basically your only choice, but don't worry, we're here from you. And if you need our help, don't worry, we're already on our way. The Circle at Zenma.
Then
Join
I
us.
Google Zenma scam, Zenma cult, and Zenma tax evasion to see if anything comes up. That would get you, Kelso.
Cult and tax evasion come up with nothing. When you search for Zenma, you get like 50% propaganda, Half of it is pro Zenman, and the other half of it is incredibly anti Zenman. The other half of what you get is just kind of reviews of the horrifying conditions on Zenma. So it's the only TL5 planet in the Galactic South. They have a psychic panopticon in place. There's a series of precogs who work with a mandate era AI and monitor all life on the planet. By using the psychics as well, they can not only see everything that's happening, but also predict everything that will happen up to 3 months in the future. So they time crime. They arrest people for crimes that they will commit, but haven't committed yet.
Maybe we should not talk to them.
No, I was
ever.
going to say maybe we should be time cops. Time cops. Going to the galaxy.
I don't think
Stopping crime
that's
before
gonna
it
work.
happens. Time cops.
So Zenma currently has it doesn't have the most advanced fleet in the system in the Galactic South, but it has the largest one. It has a military fleet made up of psychic captains. Almost all of them are precogs or telekinetics, and then they've also hired up as many free captains as they can to just sit around and act as a defense fleet. And they pay them apparently enormous sums of money to just sit around and act as a defense fleet. And there's a huge amount of discussion that if a bunch of psychic precogs are predicting that they need these captains there, then there will definitely be war soon. Also, in terms of your search for Zenma, there are rumors that they cheat really badly at Gravity Wall. Again, because they have the largest collection of psychics. And so pretty much every psychic on a Gravity Wall team graduated from the Zenman University, the Circle, or they're burnouts. So they're essentially worthless psychopaths. So pretty much everybody comes from Zenma.
Is that what happens if like all my system strain gets like used up?
If you don't get, so you have 3 months of MES medicine left. If you don't get more MES medicine, you're gonna start burning out. Also, yes, if you use up more than your effort or you push your system strain too far, you're gonna start burning out as well.
Wow.
You're
So
like,
we may
but
need
what
to
if
talk
I
to
was a
them.
burnout?
So we may need to talk to them to get you some MES medicine because apparently they're the only ones that have it. Unless we can somehow do some weird shenanigans.
No, any TL4 planet's gonna have MES medicine.
Oh, okay.
The problem is that there are not a lot of TL4 planets in the Galactic South, as far as you can tell.
All right,
We're
well,
at
I will
one.
buy some more.
You are at one.
Yeah.
And they will dispense you MES medicine for no cost. It's provided for
sweet.
their citizens for free.
Okay, so I'll get another
Because
couple more.
you're a comrade.
Here's the thing. In the Galactic North, the chances of someone being a psychic are about 1 in 10 million. In the Galactic South here, it's about 1 in 10,000.
Wow, so it's
That's a
lot more common.
common. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while we are like unsuccessfully looking for like someone, or maybe we are successful. I want to find for my good friend and pilot, Juan Diego, somewhere where someone has been like squeezing out tubes of nutrient paste and then like smoking it.
What?
That's not a thing.
Like salting
That's not
it
a
and then
thing.
smoking it in like a smoker to get it
Oh, that kind of smoking, like doing like a
Yeah,
hickory
or they're
smoke.
doing
no,
like a,
they just consume their nutrient paste in its traditional form.
they're not like, I want some like
I thought you meant smoking it, like rolling it up and
like
igniting it. And, yeah,
Sounds like a great idea. It's perfect.
they
That's
don't
some
have
great.
like no one's fermenting that shit to get drunk. Like, come on, there
Uh,
gotta be something.
So here's the deal. When you are ordering from the other planets in system, you can order from Tigs Ice Ax. They serve foods like pretzels, sauerkraut, pierogies, borscht, cucumber soup, that kind of stuff. The other planet in system is Tigs Ice Ax is a TL3 planet that the entire surface is coruscanted. The whole planet is covered. There's no water surface. It's all metal, all TL4 building materials, and it's like 8 levels deep. So the skyscrapers there are underneath skyscrapers, shit goes really deep. And there's also on the planet Vebebebegski, is a TL2 planet. The atmosphere is constantly on fire, and is staffed by gene-engineered human soldiers, that work for something called the Unlimited Protection Agency. They have one bulk freighter that is in orbit that serves as their transport ship. Their whole planet is people who fight for money. Their traditional food is pizza bagels. It's literally the only thing they eat, is a various combination of pizza ingredients on bagels.
I love them.
I mean, their digestive system can only handle pizza bagels with specific ingredient combinations. I know you're laughing, but don't worry, you haven't even gotten to the cat planet yet.
Oh God.
I mean, what?
Oh, while we're here, can I pick up two noteworthy pieces of gear?
Yes. What do you want?
A mag rifle.
Yes.
And a combat field uniform.
No.
Nope.
They do not sell those here.
Okay.
They do not sell armor on Sot Cubian. They will sell you all the weapons you want, but no armor.
The crew has armor. We have 4 or
yeah, but
3.
This is better armor.
No, they have combat field uniforms.
They have combat field uniforms already.
Yeah.
The whole crew has them except for you.
Yeah, I said you could take one from them. They don't need it.
No, we can't.
I love how you shit on the rest of the crew, Virgil. Pretty much everyone treats them like humans except for you.
They don't need them if they're not leaving the ship.
I mean, that's fair.
On the ship.
Yeah, but I'm gonna mod the shit out of it. So.
Well.
Is there a traditional cuisine of the local homelands you'd like to try, Juan Diego?
I definitely need to try one of these pizza bagel things.
Okay.
Yeah,
and it's very important I do some research because I've heard about some controversies about pizza, and I want to see if it contributes to also pizza bagels, and then find the most hotly debated and controversial pizza bagel combination to try, so that I can judge for myself. Whether
there's a huge amount of discussion in system about ham and pineapple on a pizza bagel. There have been shots fired between starships over this.
That's definitely what we're going for.
I also want to get 100%. Like you said, there was like some sauerkraut.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get some sauerkraut, but I'm gonna keep the juice, and I'm gonna try to pickle some nutrient paste.
Okay, you go pickle some nutrient paste.
It'll be done by day 7.
By day 7, the nutrient paste is very soggy and tastes mildly of pickles.
It's an improvement.
It's really not. By the way, Captain, everywhere you go, you get advertisements for Meta Wheat. Almost every planet in the entire galactic south has its own brand of Meta Wheat. The most popular is Rionson Meta Wheat, but you know.
But just because it's the most popular doesn't mean that I'm not going to try every brand.
Of course, obviously. They all basically taste exactly the same, with just small levels of sugar variation.
To you they do, Arthur. To you, but for the more nuanced palate,
the more nuanced palate. Of course. I did not realize. Is there anything else you guys want to do during your week of downtime?
No, they're all exactly genetically identical.
Well, I have to wait for the workshop to go in before I can start doing what I want to do, which is right at the very end. So.
Okay. Juan Diego?
I just every single day 3 different meals from 3 different cultures from all of the planets that we can order from.
There's only 2 planets, so you're going to get a lot of pizza bagels and Polish German food.
2 of them.
Well, that's great. I mean, I see how many
Yes.
pizza bagels I can fit in my mouth at one time. It's 4.
So here's
It
what
is that
happens.
amazing
Or-
pizza
Or
bagel.
maybe it's a D8.
Polish-
What if- how
The
would-
Polish
box
pizza
that they
bagel.
send it in, they fire it uncooked, and it starts cooking as it arrives during
in
break.
its little box.
So while it's in its deacceleration maneuvers, they use the momentum in order to help bake the pizza.
And some radioactive isotopes. Real good.
Sid's character goes to the battle arena at the gold saucer. Holy shit, that Final Fantasy reference. Boop, boop, boo, da, 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 boop, boo. He needs to get Omni Slash on the first disc. Right as he gets Eris's Princess Guard and her final limit break just in time for her to die. At the end of your week, you're all issued residency cards for the system you're in, for Sotkubian. You're not citizens, you can't vote, you don't get many of the rights that they do, but if you get in trouble, they'll protect you. Their ambassador will go to bat for you.
How to become a citizen?
You can't. You have to be born here.
What if I killed someone and took their identity?
That is highly unlikely. In your time here, you get a look at posters of the governors. The governors are all AIs. It's 4 AIs that work in concert in order to run the planet, and they all look exactly like Zealous.
Cool. I would like to at some point, like if there's just kind of a crowded area that I need to get through, I'll just like wall walk around the crowd and see if it draws attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's unusual. People will look at you, but it's not so unusual that people are going to freak out. Like, they've seen this before. It's just that most people wouldn't call attention to themselves in that way. After
I have my jacket on and
after a few minutes of you walking on the wall, a security officer is gonna like engage his jet boosters and come fly up to next to you and be like, sir, hey, just wanted to know, could you come down off the wall? We don't send the janitor bots up there very often to clean the walls, just about once a week. So
I'm so sorry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back down off the wall and like rub it with my sleeve.
No need to do that, sir. We've already
I got footprints all over here.
It's fine. We're sending the janitor bots out for some unscheduled maintenance and such, but just in the future, it would be better if you kind of maintained the pathways that we've prepared for you on the space station.
The old gravity styled ones, right? No problem.
You don't have to use gravity, but if you aren't, please don't walk on the walls or ceiling or any place that doesn't have gravity boosters. We appreciate that you might not be from our culture, and that you might be psychic, and perhaps you're trying your powers out for the first time or the millionth. But just when in Rome, do as the Romans do, eh?
All right, eh. Another question. You seem like a knowledgeable feller.
I'm just a security guard.
Well, is there a local gravity wall field where people gather?
Sure. Yeah, the Gravity Wall Invitational's going on. The final game's today, actually, eh? 65th Invitational, game 7 of 7.
Well, I should get to a pub or something.
Of course. Maybe you want to go to the stadium. Well, I guess tickets have been sold out for about 2 years, but, who knew it would come down to the Zenmans versus the Anrisons? No one ever says anything good about the Anrisons. Can't believe the Rhinos lost.
Okay, I'd probably go to a bar and watch the game. Because ever since I got into it, now I kind of enjoy the games, actually.
So the current teams playing are the Anrison Peacemakers versus the Zenman Pride. The entire Zenman team are all precog. And they're easily dominating the playing field versus the Anrison Peacemakers.
I try to make comments to other people at the bar about mistakes. Be like, yeah, they should have known that they were gonna know that they knew that they known that they were gonna do that.
So
You're
one of the
really
guys sitting at the bar is just like, "You sound like you know what you're talking about, boy. The only way to beat a precog is to do two things at once with your mind. Hold two distinct actions and go in two directions at once, and then see where your body ends up.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Or be a precog yourself. But what are the chances? 1 in 80,000, right?
Are there any small leagues or like pickup games locally?
Oh, sure. Yeah, this space station's got its own playing field. Most of the stations in the system do. I hear that the bulk freighter they got out over on the blah, blah, blah. Also, I think I'm just gonna call the system Vebebe, or sorry, the planet Vebebe. God, that name is so hard. I really should have renamed it. Yeah, apparently the babies over there just really love playing gravity while beating the hell out of each other. They play by their own rules there.
Clearly, we need to rename that planet into
Wait, what was it?
Labafink. Labafink, yes.
Labafink, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
putting it on the list.
Okay, I have it. Okay, so
say, aren't you that guy? Captain from the past.
Yeah, actually, I was.
I thought I recognized you. Here, let me give you one of my rations of soy drink.
Ooh, I love soy and related beverages.
He pulls you a 11% alcohol soy beer.
Ooh, nice.
It tastes exactly like nutrient paste that's been fermented.
Sweet.
Soy beer? That can't be good for you.
It can't be good for your your farts and burps.
When you say that, he's like, "Don't worry, it's great for you. I drink one every day. Get my daily ration."
It's like literally his whole like days vitamins and minerals in a single alcoholic beverage.
Liquid breath. How very
efficient. And I pound the whole thing back.
It is horrifying to drink. It's like drinking vodka wrapped around a container of nutrient paste.
Okay, I jump on the net and see if I can sign up for a pickup game of Gravity Wall.
Yep, absolutely. Are you listing yourself as a tank, a ranger, or a lancer? And are you indicating that you're a psychic?
I am indicating that I do have the telekinesis, and they usually play a ranger, right?
Yes. So the three positions on each of the three walls are: tank can't go forward onto the enemy side, but can physically block people. Lancers are allowed to go onto the enemy side and can physically attack people. And the rangers have to remain in the back half of their field, but are allowed to throw the gravity ball. And they're the only one of the three players that are allowed to interact by physically launching it. And if you're a telekinetic, it helps because you can guide it while it's in midair.
Sweet, yeah.
So you're signing up as a psychic ranger?
Yep.
You get picked up like within a few minutes. You get like 6 or 7 offers from local pickup games, and one college team from Sotkubon University. 21C is looking to have you try out for their junior varsity.
No, I don't want the junior varsity team. I actually want
it's JV. Screw you. No, varsity or nothing.
I want some super noobs that are like, we built our own stadium.
You don't build your own gravity well stadium.
You want to go?
I know, but it's like the old '80s movie where they build their own.
Sure.
No, I just want the like ragtag group that's like,
there's
never won the local championship, but.
So yeah, there's a ragtag team of local shopkeepers who recently lost both their psychic and their ranger, and are looking for a replacement so that they'll be able to play because they can't play without a ninth.
Great, yeah. So I join in so they can play again.
Excellent. They're so glad to see you. They have a game this afternoon. When you show up, it's just 8 shopkeeper dudes All of them look like they could be like twins, right? They're octuplets, basically. The more you look around on the space station, the more you realize that people really look very similar here. Their genetic codes have very small
Oh
amounts
no,
of
really?
variation.
Um, that's fine.
Uh, they introduce themselves. You know, one's named Dodd, another's name's Todd, another's named Niles.
Another one
Dodd,
named
Todd, Lod.
Trials.
Virgil just signed up for the Besaid Aurochs. Man, Final Fantasy references all day today. It's Blitzball.
Yeah, I've got my Danger Arsenal jacket on.
They probably comment on it. Like one of them's like, "Oh, Danger Arsenal. What's that mean? I haven't seen that company logo before."
I'm like, oh well, you know, me and my mates back in the day, we used to play a little bit. So,
Oh, really? I heard that you came from almost 80 years ago.
yeah, there's been a lot of rule changes. So if I mess up, that's
I thought
probably
that
why.
gravity wall wasn't even invented until 70 years ago. That would have been 10 years before you
No,
left.
back then we used to just play light gravity wall, where we just turn it down a tad.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, you probably played with like baseball or something.
Right, same kind of idea. Some places you can't go, some places you can. One person has certain jobs, but yeah, having the telekinesis, I was usually a winner. So, who's team captain?
Well, you know, normally it's a psychic, so it's you if you wanted to.
All right. Well, I'm changing our colors to match my jacket.
Uh how I mean, we're all wearing clothes, so unless you have new clothes prepared for us.
You know what? As team captain, I think it's only right that we have a nice looking uniform as we go in. It's going to really help play. It's going to help team spirit. I'll spring for them.
Okay, all right, that's good because we didn't have any team credits left.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy team uniforms
All right, that's
for 8
let's just
people.
say 80 credits.
Just
Okay.
go into the nearest Adidas shop and.
I'm gonna need you to make a leadership check to see if you can lead this team to victory.
Yes. I'm so happy right now. I've got my team. We're like striding in, like we've all got we've all got the jackets
Like
with
the movie Dodgeball.
except for a little bit funnier, even though I haven't made any jokes.
You're facing another like semi-professional team. They play on the weekends all the time. They aren't like these shopkeeper dudes who just get together to, you know, play games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a new team name you want to give your team, or are you just going to be known as shopkeepers of Merchant Area 4?
We're gonna rename ourselves to the
Besaid Aurochs.
that's fine actually. Besaid
All right.
Aurochs.
Besaid Aurochs. Very well.
Aurochs.
What are your orders for the Besaid Aurochs?
My orders to them are to make sure to not let anyone score. Their defensive plays, I'm going to play on the offensive and make sure that with my incredible mind powers, I twist the ball around all their defenders.
Okay. Their enemy team captain is a meta psionic, who's boosting the powers of the other psi on their team. Do you want to play on one of the psychics? So there's 3 playing fields. Do you want to play against one of the psychics, or are you going against the one that doesn't have a psychic?
I'll go against the psychic.
Which psychic?
The
You don't know what the second psychic is, but you know the first one is a meta psionic, and they are capable of interfering with other psychics. It could be super dangerous for you to face them.
Danger's my middle name, Arthur.
Dean Danger Fearless. Very well. I'm gonna need you to make a lead check with
Okay.
wisdom.
No assists. Wait, with wisdom?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Redo that. Need
Gosh, I feel like Danger Zone is playing as you guys are just
Oh,
basically
I mean, but like
playing
sweat is pouring.
space
We already
cricket.
had our like montage of like suiting up, and now the montage is full swing. Oh,
Wow. Okay. Yeah. The enemy meta psionic is constantly trying to silence your power, and you are just so much more powerful than them that you completely overwhelm them with gravity pushes. The rest of your team follows your orders and plays a perfect defense. Everyone stays on their side of the map and just blocks goals constantly, and you manage to win pretty handily by a lot of points. Your game gets rebroadcast over local media at the halftime.
all right.
You start to pick up, some fan followings. You got like 10,000
Right
people
on.
watching.
Awesome. Yeah, then we go and celebrate our victory.
With soy beer.
The governors have issued extra team credits to your team for winning, and you are all given one free pizza bagel.
That was the sweetest pizza bagel of them all, the one I didn't pay for.
All right. At the end of this game, you all get messages on your local communicators indicating that your ship is done with its week of maintenance, repairs, and refitting.
Excellent. I have new toys to play with.
You can now mod shit in your engineering bay in the workshop.
Yup.
However,
And
there are
because we have
complaints
a
from the
fully
crew
stocked
because there's
locker,
now
we've got
even less space on the ship.
the same amount.
I mean, they once had a cargo bay, and now they have a workshop and a ship's locker.
They still have a cargo bay.
You can't sleep in a ship's locker. It's full of stuff.
We still have cargo bay.
Yeah, I mean, it's some
There's
cargo
enough.
bay.
Do we have too many crew?
Yes, you have 3 too many crew members.
Maybe
You're gonna have a morale problem until you get a bigger ship.
Maybe
or
we
you
should have
lose
invested
some crew.
in larger.
Is there like a crew pod option? I wasn't looking at the.
I have
book.
no idea.
I
Probably
believe
there's
there is.
one.
Because
I can't. Let me look that up because I already have everything open here. Let's see. Starships.
A
This is
sweet ass
93.
pod.
Starship hulls. Fittings. Okay. Cargo ladder. Cold sleep pods.
no,
Those are cool.
Not terribly handy though.
Extended life support.
That just extends
Maximum
the amount of
cruise
time you can spend in space.
Yeah. Let's see. Lifeboats, luxury cabins.
Look, you're just gonna have a problem with the number of people.
Luxury cabins. 10% of the max crew get luxury quarters.
Nope, that doesn't
No,
increase the
because-
amount of space.
Yeah, does not increase the crew space.
No, but
Does sound nice.
still.
So I mean, you're just gonna have a problem until you get a bigger ship. What do you want to do with the ship you currently have? The SIN. He was my father.
So we can't buy holdings here.
Not
Oh.
on this planet.
So I want to go somewhere where we can buy some holdings.
You can buy holdings on Tigs Ice Ax or Vibibi. However, none of you'll have to get a local factor on Vibibi because none of you can breathe fire. Which is a serious problem to living on Vibibi.
I'm actually pretty sure
Oh.
I can breathe fire.
You have not been genetically re-engineered to survive the environment of Vibibi.
No, but I can just
You'll die.
commit effort to have a pressure field around myself equivalent to a vac suit, temperatures of
Captain, you are literally the only member of the crew that is capable of living on Vibibi.
Actually, I don't know if fire 100 degrees Celsius is like 250.
Yeah, that's about right.
100 degrees, that's pretty hot. So I can handle up to that.
Hot-blooded. Check
So we
in the
won't,
sea.
I guess, go there.
He can survive a fever of 100, but not 103. It's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. How is the crew quarter situation on the ship? They have to double bunk.
Up to 6 comrades.
They have 6
Yeah,
spaces and 9 people, which mean that someone has to sleep in the same bed as somebody else.
No. I can do
Yeah.
6 people with this, Arthur.
Do what?
I can do 6 people.
Well, you can set up an office on Vibibi.
Do we want to live in a fireland? I mean, that's kind of crazy. People
No.
won't come and people won't come and ransack us because we're on fire.
But then the holding wouldn't last very long because, you know, it would be on fire.
On the fire planet.
So I assume that given the amount of time that you've spent in space, that you can, you've been able to pick up other local planets in the system and what they're known for. If you would like to learn about that, Tigs Ice Ax is a former hive world that has been reduced down to 21st century technology. That's where the German-Polish heritage comes from. BBB is gene-engineered superhumans with loyalty conditioning who have survived until now by acting as the military forces of Sotcubian. When Sotcubian isn't using their own ships, they hire the bulk freighter and send in a bunch of basically slave soldiers. In the system Azagatiri on planet Dikwa, there are gene-engineered cat people barbarians that live in a TL0 safe zone. Pretty much everyone avoids the planet because the people that live there are annoying furries. Also in that system is Inonat. They're the cultural dominant force. Pretty much all of the entertainment broadcast come from Inonat, including former terror cultist, the most popular show in the sector. Internet is currently preparing for a war. It's just not clear whether the war is going to be against itself or against Senma. Also in that system is Inorius. Inorius is made up of the same genetic super soldiers from VBB, but instead of being gene engineered toward being loyal soldiers, they've been gene engineered into being independent torture experts.
We don't go there.
So
like
they're they're basically like master interrogators. Their culture is extremely archaic and arcane and difficult for other people to understand. In the other direction, planet Terere is a crumbling people whose faith in the elders, which is supposed to mean Earth, has been shaken over the last 100 years with the recognition that there are other sectors in the galaxy. Their birth rates have dropped. There are less than 1 million citizens left, as over 100 billion people have left for better places and other planets. Only a few remain to keep the pre-tech habitation modules floating above the planet Terrari. And of course, Zenma is the Panopticon's psychic academy that is a police state that is preparing for war as well. Probably against internet, but maybe against just everybody.
Not too psyched about that place either. I really think we want to go to Space LA.
Which
Space LA?
Which place do you think is Space LA?
You said all the entertainment came from.
The what?
You said all the entertainment was
all comes from internet. Yes.
Yeah, Space LA, internet.
Strangely, their culture is American, so I guess them being Space LA is now 100% official. Probably the capital is just called Hollywood. You can make a jump to the Asgateri system. We'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's see here. Based
Question.
on the date. Yes.
The system we're at now, they don't sell any trade goods, but do they buy any trade goods?
So instead of the system, it's now the planets. Each planet will have its own trade table because most systems have multiple planets.
Right.
Sotcubian does not buy or sell from anybody. They make their own stuff.
Okay.
You can buy from VBB, and you are locked out of buying anything from Tigs Ice Ax until you set up an office there and then get permission from the local government to trade.
Gotcha.
So it is June 28th when you arrive in the Azagatiri system. You are greeted to a carrier, 4 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, numerous heavy cruisers, and like 100 frigates, and numerous transport vessels that are all sitting like you come out of drill space right on top of them. And you just keep getting target lock after target lock after target
They
lock.
all just rotate to point at us.
Yeah. A humble patrol boat contacts you and is like, "Hello, this is the Enonaut military here. I'm afraid we haven't seen your ship before."
Send over that we're the. What's the prefix that goes in front of that?
The SIN.
Oh, right, SIN.
So Cuban international name.
Yeah, we're SIN. He was my father.
Understood. You have not been marked in our systems. We are adding you to our database now. We will need 24 hours to corroborate this with the South Cuban ambassador. Please hold at your present location unless you require emergency supplies. You copy?
I think we'll be all right. Thank you.
Very well. You are pummeled non-stop by Inuan propaganda while you're in system. Advertising. Trade tables. You keep getting invitations to the Rowan. Sorry, I just trying to get these names right because it's new to me too. You get invitations to the Rianso Merchant Guild on planet. Constantly being people are trying to hire your ship, to join like small mercenary navies. To carry out gray operations. They're just like, "Hey, come on, man! I'm just looking to blow up my neighbor's house."
Decline. Oh, a shipment of knife balls.
Yeah, when you Google knife balls, there are 0 results. No one in this sector has heard of knife balls.
Holy shit! We could corner the market.
No.
We could start producing them.
This is such a bad idea.
This is a great idea.
You get several notices that it is totally illegal, and you will be prosecuted if you take any slaves off of the cat people planet.
Wait, they have slaves?
They have cat people slaves or people slaves?
So the people of Dequa are tech level 0. They're basically Stone Age level of culture.
Mud huts.
Yeah, and people just land and steal a bunch of people and then fly off with them and then use them as like slave soldiers. I mean, they're all gene enhanced with like cat level claws, reflexes, and eyesight. So they make for pretty good soldiers, but like cats, they're also capricious assholes. So
as you do.
They're rather hard to control. They're basically just all barbarian berserkers.
Oh, so the local government is
they're warning you, don't take slaves.
Yeah,
it's super illegal.
That's bad.
Don't steal people. Just not nice.
You also get a strangely worded video message from the planet Inner Riaris asking if you'd like to experience the most exquisite pain possible.
Decline. I'm using the decline button a lot today.
One day just considering it.
You can just control C, control shit. Never mind.
All right. After 24 hours, you are cleared to land on the planet Internet. However, in order to do business here, you must first open a corporate office.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I call a lawyer and a realtor, and we get an LLC going.
What size business do you want to open on this planet?
Big.
How big?
Big. What page is it? Let's see.
I'll continue to ask how big.
Yeah, it's technically not illegal.
Let's see. That's in the Sons of Gold PDF, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's see. We're
I
scrolling.
have it open.
Let's see. Equipment fitting.
It's on
tables and
page
records.
28.
28. Okay.
That might be the page.
Corporate headquarters and local holdings. All right.
I know what
So
to do.
we should probably start off with like a level 3 or 4.
Okay. If we were to start off with a level 3,
A full
Then-
office building. Yeah. It's 12 holding points.
if we were to start off with a level 3, I'd recommend that we all dump in some more money to the crew pot, because that's going to almost completely wipe it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw in
Just do
another
another
100K.
100.
So how much have we dumped in so far? Just so we're clear.
200,000 apiece.
Okay. With this.
Yes, after this. That's
Okay.
correct.
What is the name of your newly opened corporation?
Should we keep the same name? And just irritate the shit out of the AI?
I love
I
it.
want to say like some kind of it's just going to be a transportation company name, right? So
Alpaca Transport.
that's great. Alpaca Transport. I love it.
All right. Do you want to have
Oh.
a local? Well, you'll have to hire a local corporate factor to work for you when you're not here. You can
unless
just
we
take a
can leave-
generic person, unless you
And
want to
can we
look
leave
for someone.
crew here because we have too much.
Yes, you
crew.
can leave a crew member here if you want to.
So I think that's what we'll do. We'll
Which
see
one
them.
of your crew members do you want to leave in charge of this facility?
Probably. I mean, we'll ask. We'll be like, is someone sick of being on the ship? And like, you know,
They like all raise their hand.
I want to be clear here.
You're gonna die.
No one wants to leave the ship unless they're ordered to, because they
Okay.
really want to go home.
Hey,
And
screw
if
it,
they're
they-
not on the ship, you might just leave them behind. They will be alone on a planet that they aren't from, in a sector of a universe they're not fluent with,
I'm
running
sorry,
a business that you might never return to.
We can't keep this up though with the too many crew. I think, right?
It will be difficult, yes.
I have a
I was
meeting.
gonna request a possibility for a house rule add-on, Arthur.
Okay. I'll think
So
about it.
here's my initial offer.
Yep.
While we were refitting the ship, we consume one more cargo space, convert it to living quarters,
I'll think about it.
for mass 1, power 1, 25,000.
You don't have one mass. You have half of a mass.
You mean half of a mass?
You have half of a mass.
We get rid of one cargo space. That gives us one mass.
I see. Interesting. I'll think about it.
That'll drop us down to
Yeah.
5 cargo space.
He thought
Right.
it through. It's not some half-mast idea.
You know, I thought it was fair because fittings and you know, there's a lot of wiring and equipment that goes into
think
it. So
about it.
I thought it, you know, that's like.
Do you
that's
want to
not
leave
bad.
any of your crew here?
Yeah, I want to leave 2 crew members here.
Which two?
I kind of think dude and his cousin maybe, or
You want to leave Nathaniel and Charity?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Which one of them's in charge?
Would tell them both that they're in charge.
Which
Separately
one
from
do you
each other.
actually leave with the
Don't
corporate
tell
power?
the other one.
No. Charity.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and have
leaving
signing
Charity in
powers
charge.
for writing checks and stuff.
Okay.
And I guess
You have 12 holding points. Do you want to buy any holdings?
We should get some corporate security, I think,
yeah, I'm cool.
for starters.
Okay. That's 50,000.
Hold on.
And then what else can we get to, like reduce whatever it's called, friction?
What is that called again?
Corporate mercenaries.
There's various ways you can do it. Bribery ring minor. can reduce friction.
sounds good.
Disavowed ops minor will reduce it, and the bottom one, special services minor.
Let's do bribery. I mean, that way we're just spreading around money, and everyone loves that.
So with bribery rings, you'll have to roll. You'll have to make a roll in order to reduce friction every time you want to make a friction check. The other ones just automatically do it.
Though. Yeah, I like the automatic ones.
I mean, they're pretty expensive.
Yes, they are.
Well, the bribery ring minor is 100K. Disavowed ops is also 100K.
Yep, and we'll automatically
we don't have
give
to
you
roll
minus
for
one. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do disavowed ops.
Do we want to do horrible things for bad people?
So the other thing I want to do, Arthur.
You literally have corporate security guards that you've hired to go out and perform gray acts, like beating people up and kidnapping people's wives.
That's basically what we had at home.
If we're coming in with a shipment of stuff and there's like people, we can have people knocked off that are making prices go bonky.
Where's
that?
Right? What's that one called again?
Disavowed ops minor.
Disavowed ops.
You're now at 7 or 12 holding points. If you want to take another -1, you could also offer special services, provide illicit solutions for local power brokers. We'll give you -2 friction in this particular planet.
I like it.
Is that what you want to do? Virgil looks like he's contemplating it.
I'm kind of down to invest the money.
I would be fine with
That's another 100,000.
Okay. So that's 200,000 spent. That's basically 300,000.
No.
So that just all told, right?
Hold on.
Or 350.
30D under cheap.
What was that last one called?
Special services minor.
Special
The friction rating on this planet cannot go below 1. So you do a job for the government. Friction rating was already 1, so it continues to be 1. If something increases the friction rating on the planet, you will drop it back down to 1.
All right, so this is going to be one of our main.
If you do a job for the planet, you can drop below 1 to -1.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You could get some government kickbacks, basically.
Which would be very in keeping with the purchases we've just made.
Yes.
So someone said something, I can't quite remember what it was, but it gave me an idea. Arthur, now that we're here in Planet Hollywood,
yep, old school Hollywood baseball,
we come from a different place where no one has heard all the music.
Yes.
So I would like to
You don't have any music.
Compose some of the hit songs that
your plan is to do Back from the Future. I see.
Do you have the music skill?
I don't think it is one, but perform is a skill.
Perform is a skill.
Yeah.
However, the skill you actually need here is administer. It's
great.
not enough to just make music, right? You also have to get it to someone who gives a shit.
Yeah, I know.
In order to promote it. Yes, I'm sure you do know. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to submit a demo tape.
All right. What is the end goal of this?
Residuals, Arthur.
I don't know what that means.
He wants to make royalties off the song.
A tiny bit of money each time.
All right. In order to make a significant amount enough for us to track, you'll need a 12 on this roll.
Okay. How about to be well known?
If you're willing to kind of trade away, again, significant amounts of money to instead be like, look at this rising young artist. This guy came out of nowhere. He's from the past.
Danger
Woo!
Arsenal from the past.
Musician. Yeah. That'll be an 8.
Heard, but it's so good. Okay.
Administer with your charisma.
Okay. And what I'm wondering is Am I just allowed to do this because I know all the hit songs, or is that like an assist?
No, you're allowed to do this because you know the hit songs.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so no. Oh no. It's a bad roll.
You can't get the time of day from the Asgatari Media Corporation. You're like, look at this sweet ukulele music that I wrote. And they're like, listen, kid, we're only into vaporwave, okay?
Like, you don't know good music if it hit you in the ears.
Look, take this purple tail feather signed album and get out of my office.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm a little depressed. I thought that was really going to work. Dean's going to drown his sorrows in some soy beer. And then he thinks about how much worse it would have felt if he had actually written those songs.
I would have felt bad if I'd actually had to pay for those things. Hard work and effort. And, yeah, what's the plan? You guys open up an office over the course of a day, and you now are the proud owners of Alpaca whatever.
Alpaca Shipping Co. Yeah.
Alpaca Transport. Charity and Nathaniel settle in with the planet. They make sure to get a contract in you in writing with your promise 3 times to never leave them here if you plan to go back.
Okay.
That you'll come back on planet and pick them up first.
Yeah,
it doesn't specify where we're going. Just the actual line that says, "When you plan to leave, you promise to come back and pick us up."
We know what it means, though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We are looking good.
I love this idea that as the sniper, Nathaniel like personally leads all of the special services and disavowed ops. That he's literally the introduction character from every Call of Duty that's just like, welcome to the squad, soldier. We're about to go do some badass shit. I'm gonna die at the end of the introduction so that you can be the main character. That's him. He's that guy.
This is the real deal now, soldier.
Good job, rookie.
You're like, I've played every Call of Duty game. Don't call me rookie.
I've literally never played a Call of Duty.
No, but I'm sure
you got it down pretty well.
I'm pretty sure I know how the storyline works. Yeah. What are you guys looking to do here? You can trade now that you have a business here. But if you do some work for the government, you'll be able to get much lower friction rating.
Yeah, let's do some work for the government for sure.
That's great. I think we're going to end up the session early tonight so that I can come up with an adventure next week.
Sounds good to me, honestly.
I feel pretty good about my side adventures in this episode.
And I'm going to have to make all of the system planets that you now are bordering on, since there's 4 systems. I'm going to need to do just as much work as I already did, so probably another 4 hours.
I will say great job.
I mean, I still have to make up all of my sheets, and
it's going to be a fucking mess. Good luck.
I need to come up with so many colors.
Some of them don't have colors, but are just labeled infrared, ultraviolet. You can't see them, but we know they have a different color. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah. New adventure next week. What we got. That's what we are going to have.
Sounds good to me.
So, I'm curious, Arthur.
Fuck these names, man. Holy shit. That's the hardest part of running this game.
Before.
Too late. Nope. They're already in my notes.
I just make up cool nicknames for them, like Labafink.
Yeah, baby.
That's not a cool nickname. It's just nice.
Labafink. Yibafink.
Yeah.
Yibafink.
See, we need to get some manufacturing up, and we need to start producing knife balls.
So I did.
Is that the special services you're providing? You're selling knife balls on the down low. I don't know why you guys don't just make knife balls for the torture planet.
Why don't we do that? That's a great idea.
We can. The thing is, it's not illegal to manufacture them here.
Not yet. Not until the minute that you do.
Not yet. Yeah, I looked it up. There's not even
right now. It's perfectly legal.
So yeah, we didn't have goals, but I did like before this happened. I typed in my current goals, play gravity.
I'm just giving everybody 3 XP.
Okay, because I was saying like,
I leveled up.
I did all the stuff I wanted to do.
We'll need to have goals for next time. And of course, you have a ship goal as always. So far, it's always been make a successful trade deal.
That's true. We should have. We should have made our ship goal be like successfully integrate into Southern society.
You have failed horribly at that regard.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
The ambassador of Rianso
is
absolutely certain that you've attempted to lie to him repeatedly.
I mean, we did.
No.
Now I roll 5. So I leveled up, so we can roll.
Oh boy,
you leveled up again?
Again? Are you sure that you leveled up again?
Like 6?
I'm level 5.
I am still 2 XP away from level 5.
I have 19 XP, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like crushing out the 3 XPs. Like
you did.
Boom, boom.
Well, I hit level 4, so I finally caught up to Kelsa.
Yay!
But the next level is at 27. That's a while. But do I add my Constitution modifier?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 5d6 plus 5.
Good luck. I already closed the roll 20, so you're gonna have to tell us what you roll.
I'm watching you.
5. It's 100. No, it's even worse than
16. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Then you keep what you already had.
You could.
You have 3 1s.
All right. Well, I have to with my 4d6 plus 0. I have to beat an 8.
So.
I believe you can do it.
You're gonna get like a 13. What did you get?
You rolled 5.
A 5
on 4 dice?
Yes.
That's fucking horrible. You would have had to get 3 1s in order for that to happen.
They both got 3 1s. They both got 3 1s. I'm so sorry.
Man,
it's
I'm
my
glad
fault.
that neither of you are in a burning wheel game. Oh,
I'm
wait.
so sorry because you were like, all right, I have to get higher than an 8 on 4 dice. I'm like, oh, shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I literally
roll a 5.
That's
and it's my fault. I'm so sorry. I hexed it.
I mean, I think you could roll 10 more of those rolls and not do another.
I think the audience knew it was coming. They didn't need to be precogs from Zenma to figure it out. They just knew you were going to be fucking awful at rolling dice.
Oh.
They've seen this show before.
Oh my god. Okay, so what do I?
The same amount of skill points each level, right? You get 3 or something.
Psychics automatically get 1 in the thing that they are good at.
Mm-hmm.
Psychicking, and then most levels I think you get 3.
Yeah. So I'll have.
Let's worry about that during the week though.
Oh my god.
We need an outro. Virgil, what do you got? I think we have a show tomorrow, right? I think everyone checked in and said they could play Burning Wheel tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for watching. This was a really fun episode because there was silly stuff. I really like the silly stuff. There'll probably be less silly stuff tomorrow when the very dramatic Burning Wheel happens. I mean, maybe I'll try to work in some.
I mean, there's like 3 people trying to kill you, and 2 of them are players.
That's not very silly.
It's a pretty bad problem.
Not very silly. I'll goof it up for you guys. Come watch me goof it up. I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die spectacularly.
I know it's been a long time coming. I've been asking, begging for it. So please come watch that tomorrow. And that's that's basically my streaming week. Yeah, and my other game ended for a bit. But yeah, Eric's game might come back sometime in May. So I'll let you guys know if that's.
You're talking about Eric Vulgaris?
Mm-hmm. His Burning Wheel Torchbearer game has been on and off a bit, but we've been having a ton of fun with it, so we're going to try to jump back into it in May. Other than that, just doing my music stuff, trying to get stuff published up on the SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Zircon5. Go check out the tunes.
Sid, suppose we have to.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, tell us about
I'm
yourself.
Supposed to talk. Yeah, that's right. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sid Alpha, and when I'm not here screwing up Arthur's roleplay shows and rolling 4s with 4d6, You can find me over at youtube.com/SidAlpha, where I do video game news, reviews, first impressions, industry commentary, and bashing on games that really irritates people a lot. So don't forget to go check me out over there. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all the things. And also Thursdays, we're right back here for Battletech, which I believe this week we're getting back with. Is Rad going to be back this week or is it next week?
I think he's back this week. He should be home tonight.
Sweet.
Nice.
Excellent.
He's literally been flying for like 48 hours now. Horrible. Awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a fantastic campaign so far. There's been a lot of great role play moments, especially from Pondo and Rad, and there's been a lot of love and a lot of salt from the viewers. A pretty even mix. It's been really great. So if you
there are a
haven't
bunch of people
yet,
that keep going back
out.
and rewatching that one episode.
Good. They should. It was a great episode.
They're like, I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, you've seen it 3 times? Really? 3 times? I've rewatched songs like the first 10 episodes of Swan Song once. I don't think I'd ever watch a role-playing show 3 times. Alright, I think I watched the tabletop episode with the Penny Arcade guys for Lords of Camelot 3 times. But that's it.
That's fair. No, it's really great though. You should definitely check it out. And don't forget to drop this channel, like, follow, do all the things. Show Arthur some love. He deserves it.
Well, I mean, if they're watching this, they probably are already here.
Probably,
so.
yeah. But
yeah,
if you're on YouTube, you should check out the live shows.
That's true. Kelsa, speaking of live shows.
Hi. I play role-playing games on the internet. Some of them are here. Obviously, I am on the show and I love spreadsheets, and I've been very busy in the background making trade tables so that next time we can make a profitable trade deal. I also have shows on my own channel. On Tuesdays, we play Burning Wheel. It's a game called Harvest Valley. I tried to explain it, but then Arthur would throw some shade, so just come by and check it out.
You're going to say it's about farming, and then I'm going to say it's not about farming. It's literally never been about farming.
So it's about farming?
No, it's not about farming.
I mean, we had to stop the talking mice from stealing the seeds from the seed bank so that the entire
I don't have
town
a fucking clue what the show is about anymore.
It's about farming.
The farm simulator.
It's not about farming.
Also, every other Thursday, I'm running Band of Blades, which is a hack of Blades in the Dark that's going to be released soon. It's right now in an alpha test. It's going to be sold as a open beta eventually, and it's really a lot of fun. Very dark fantasy. We're an entire company trying to make our way home for the winter before we're completely overrun by undead.
Oh, so it's like Home for the Holidays, but instead of snow, it's zombies.
Exactly.
It's exactly like Home Alone 2, but instead of John Candy, it's zombies.
Zombies. No, instead of John Candy, it's more like stitched together horrors that explode in acid.
Oh, so it's like
They're
Stitches from World of Warcraft.
As zombie. Yes, exactly like Stitches from World of Warcraft, except not really, but yes.
That's exactly what he does. He's a stitched together horror filled with corruptive acid.
Yes, yeah.
Fresh meat.
There's other types of horrors that do that too. It's not just all Stitches. Anyway, there's been some of that, and it's really interesting because from week to week we don't play the same characters. We'll see the same characters, but different people will be playing them. So far, I think everyone has taken
to be fucking horrible.
It's actually really great. It takes a certain mindset and a certain dynamic, but it's a lot of fun, and especially when I made Eric take on the accent that I had established for one of the characters, and Eric is so bad at accents.
Yes, he is. He's truly awful. Uniquely unskilled.
And so, like, every time he tried to speak in character, we're like, accent.
He's like, me lord? Oh, me lord? I'm just like, that's That's not an old English accent, man. I don't know what that is, but it's not anything.
I love Eric, but sometimes.
What do I know?
Anyway.
I sing for show intros, apparently, sometimes.
Lo, my lord.
My lord.
They approach you.
My lord. I just,
in my mind, all old English people sound like the Jimi Hendrix version of All Along the Watchtower. That's how they speak. They just sound like Jimi Hendrix.
It's beautiful.
Literally everybody.
Anyway, those are the shows that I am currently doing.
That's a lot of shows.
It's only 3 shows. It's
3 shows is a lot of shows.
I mean, I was doing so much more shows. Anyway, also I have a tiny dog. If you want to see my tiny dog occasionally, or at least once so far, I did a tiny dog in the park stream, and you can also follow me on Instagram to see pictures of my tiny dog.
I mean, everybody knows cats are superior, right?
I have a tiny cat.
mean, there's also pictures of my cats, and also occasionally spiders.
Look at these cats. Hey, they aren't battling each other for once.
Look at you.
I'm just waiting for him to bite your finger, Virgil.
I was gonna say, and then it just goes ha.
This cat.
Oh, he's kicking. Stop it.
I mean, my cat meow.
That's it. I'm Arthur Perkins. If you're here, you probably already know who I am, and if not, you can go watch another video with me in it where I'll explain who I am because I'm too tired to do it tonight. That's it. We're out. Have a good night. Also, the APGamingREAL Facebook page is being deleted, so don't ever go there.
Good.
Fuck Facebook.
Delete your Facebook, everybody.
That's it. I'm done. We're out.